Hey, everybody. I have the hiccups, of course. Hey, crazy mom. Congrats on being the ween. I have the hiccups. Sorry. It's annoying. Hey, Ilva, Lisa, Je- Jessica. Sorry, I have the hiccups. So, uh, Fred is at probation. He's a probation appointment. His first one, really. The last one was his, what's it called? I don't know, orientation, I guess they call it. Uh, so he'll just probably take a urine screen today, and it's supposed to only take 15 minutes. It was his appointment wasn't till 2, so and I was walking to the gas station to get a pop, so we just went ahead and walked to here for his appointment because it's all like everything's within like very close, which is very nice. This is a half-mile walk. If it takes too long, I'll go back and then just drive and come get them. But let's see. Hey, Janice, Holly. Hey, Holly Liplock, Shannon. I heard last night was quite eventful. I didn't see any of it, but I'm sure they had fun. Probably won't be seeing any of it, except I don't need a message from freaking Andy Bernard. Like, go talk to TBI, like Fred said. Like, I don't know what you want us to do. It's not our fault. Like, just like Fred has to fucking deal with it shit too. Like, you're freaking, you're like barking up the wrong tree. I mean, Fred deals with the same stuff. So I don't know how you think we can make it stop just because. I mean, do you think we're gonna suddenly that he's just gonna suddenly say overnight that, oh, I'm just kidding, I didn't see you on the road? I think that's what like these people want. Like, I don't know what. That's the only thing that would satisfy them. Like, I'm sorry, we're not like that would be asking him to lie. Hey, Katie. So I don't know. So we're just walking around. Feels good over on this side in the shade. But yeah, maybe I'll read. I don't know if there was a statement put out by because I somebody sent me a screenshot of something. I don't. I just closed it. Like, you guys, if you send me stuff like that, like that's, I'm not gonna read it. I'm just telling you, it's a waste of your time to send me any type of like hate stuff or anything that's negative. If it's nothing that I can, I don't know what he wants from me. You know what I mean? I don't know what he expects me to do. Like what? Lilani Simon. I was watching that before we left. She's packed on the lbs, hasn't she? Miss Little Fat Face. I only say that because she killed her son, so that pretty much puts you up for any type of scrutiny with zero type of like care or empathy. She literally threw her son in a freaking dumpster. But yeah, I was listening to some of the trial myself. And I was listening to her interview, or her interrogation. Put on probation by the YouTube bots, right? I know. Oh my God, Fred. Well, thank you, Ash Cash. Is that Ash Cash or who? Hold on, let me see. It's hard to see. Oh, Ash Kitch, not Ash Cash. So, Fred, what are you doing? Can you see me right now, wherever you're at in this building? He's in there somewhere. He's waiting on. He must be waiting on his appointment, so he's just sitting there. I guess that means he hasn't seen. He's not gonna. They're not gonna see him early. So, Fred, if you're listening, I'm just walking around the building, very slowly. Um, but you're right, Ash Kitch, and that's why I feel like. Sorry, I forgot to take my antidepressants. I just remembered. Just so you know, no narcotics. All right, let's continue. Let's see, what's that say? The testimony. I'm trying to show it. Come on now. Okay. The testimony in her trial has made me realize that in Summer Wells' case, the people that are saying the least are the ones who know the most and maybe are actually working with law enforcement. Oh, really? Who was it that was saying the least in her case? Her boyfriend or something? Was he working with law enforcement? I don't think. I haven't watched. I just watched some of it today, like a little bit of her interrogation. I didn't watch any of the. I didn't watch any of the. Like in the courtroom yet. Any of them on the stand or her ex. Uh, well, law enforcement, like with Fred, they'll tell you there's certain things like they can't like unless it's ordered, they can't like force you, or unless there's some kind of court order not to speak, but they will say like, you know, it, they will advise not to put out certain things. And like there were certain things that Fred did kind of remain quiet about for a while, a long time, or just kind of. I mean, it's not like the first year though, year and a half. We really didn't have good communication or any way to talk to each other regularly. He did wear a wire on her. Oh, really? When everyone on social media was criticizing Danny for having disappeared, he was actually in a motel room arranged by FBI that was bugged. Good. I mean, I don't feel like people can try to, like, there's certain ones that try to shame Fred and call him a snitch, but I think the only ones that would do that are ones that have something to hide, and because it's a child that's missing. Like, I'm pretty sure street code doesn't apply. I mean, really. I mean, isn't there a pretty much like overall like moral code of the all society that you don't hurt children, and if you do, you're like the worst of the worst, and should then be open to anything like, I mean, seriously, if you can, and I'm talking about if you're like, it's pretty much I know that she's not convicted in a court of law, but I think it's pretty safe to say she has something to do with her child's disappearance or death. Yeah, because he doesn't really have. He lives a very he lived a very, and still does, just kind of a private, in a way, a private life. Even though he's like, ew, I had this piece of hair hanging off me, hairball. Um, just not a very social type person that's gonna call everybody and be like, oh my gosh, guess what that just isn't him at all. What did she say? Did you hear it yet? Have you guys heard the tape? I think so too, Luminous. Wouldn't call somebody a snitch for wearing a wire out in child's case. Yeah, and guess who says that? Guess who says Fry's a snitch? Just listen to the ones that say it. Like Jody Sue. Because the only ones that would be like, yeah, just pay attention, because I would do the same too. I think any decent, if you were able to help in a child's case and it could find them, save them from some kind of further abuse, then I mean, why wouldn't you? And I think that should be commended, actually. I mean, actually, I think it should just be pretty much automatic. Like, I don't even know if it should be even commended or anything. It should just be what you do. So, did he ever come on YouTube, though? She didn't tell him anything? Wow. My opinion, let's see what it, Fred Hill is an open book. Yep. Yeah. And that's the best thing Andy could do, too. We want this shit to end, too. Don't you think? I mean, Fred gets the same type of fucking shit that he does. Oh, excuse my language, Shelby County Community Corrections. Um, he deals with the same amount of scrutiny, if not more. Or, I mean, just at least the same. So the best and absolute best thing that could happen is if this case were solved, so we could all move on with our lives. You know, I would think get this shit over with. Yes, your son's going to come up in conversation. Yes, Fred's going to come up in conversation. Yes, you're going to come up in conversation, Andy. It's not going to stop, unfortunately. The best way is that the fastest, quickest way is for us to find Summer Wells or figure out what happened to Summer Wells. Then that will exclude you. You see how that goes? But when you're acting weird, like you don't want certain things looked into, I don't know. I mean, I guess you could be hiding something else you don't want uncovered, but like it seems really suspicious. When people don't have anything to hide, it's not really that big a deal. Yeah, it's annoying, and yeah, nobody likes to hear people talk about their people they care about, but fortunately, that's life. We can't control other people. To me, that law enforcement thought that somebody that Fred could talk to might have involvement in Summer's disappearance. Yeah, makes sense. Like, see, the person that wired him up, he went to school with, for one. When I say wired up, it's just a recorder. Um, they knew. I mean, he's lived there his whole life, so they just knew like which ones. I'm sure they hear stuff through the grapevine. They're law enforcement. That's probably why Hawkins County needs to freaking if they ruin the case by giving the parents alcohol, which I don't think that they could. I don't think that would ruin the case just one day, but it was a very important day. It was like the next day after Summer went missing, right? Hey, four fine doves. They wanted Fred to do it, and Fred didn't want. Eek. That does not sound. I don't know. I don't know. That doesn't sound very freaking. Like a great idea to. I don't know why they thought that would be a good idea. Hey, Jam. Well, there's the number one piggy right as we speak. There's the number one. Oh, what is it? Piggy simp of all time. There she be. The one that hasn't even really been around lately because she has stuff going on. But you're the number one simp. Congrats. So, I wasn't even going to talk about that stuff really, about whatever happened last night. I haven't even seen it. I heard a little bit. But that's without seeing any of it or hearing Andy's message or what his, I just don't understand what he thinks we can do. I just don't get it. Like, I don't even, I can't help that his name comes up sometimes. Yes, oink, oink, bitches. I need to give you my sweatshirt that I got that says Ziggy's Piggy. I just got that out of the dryer last night. It made me think of you. You thought it was gonna be you. Oh no! Shh. Don't give them any ideas. Best thing to do is just lay low. That's what they do. If they can't get me, they try to humiliate or embarrass somebody or like my subscribers so that they stop supporting me, and then they can get me that way. If I don't have subscribers, then there's no Ziggy. You know what I mean? But they can't sit here and every lie they put out about me, it doesn't work. So I think she just gets frustrated. Oh, and I found out. So somebody was like, "Who's this Kelly?" Like, I heard the person's name's Kelly. That's freaking what's his Bill Shipley's wife. Like, she's not ever a Ziggy supporter. What the? That is Bill Shipley's wife, ma'am. You went back to a man who murdered his wife. So please, your opinion does not freaking count. Like, your opinion is now void. Yeah, well, they don't even freaking go on camera themselves. That was on me. I went on a tour. I made a comment that Kelly lady, she's so full of shit. Yeah, that's Bill Shipley's wife. I didn't know who. I was like, Kelly. Who the fuck is Kelly? When somebody mentioned something about a Kelly, like, I'm like, I don't have any Kelly, like, and I'm like, who the hell is that? And I started reading or started hearing what the person was telling, like the details of what she was saying. Somebody was reading it to me, and I was like, that's freaking Kelly. That's Bill Shipley's wife. Hello. Come on. Hey, Sue. Yeah, that's Bill Shipley's wife. See, all you have to do is like figure out the source, and then you're like, oh, okay, makes sense now, right? Seriously. And I liked her too. I don't understand what happened to her. Like, I guess she wants to blame me. I think probably what happened is that when she went back to Bill, in order to have some kind of excuse and him not like unalive her, she probably blamed it all on me in some way, which is fine. I have big shoulders. You can put it on me. That's fine. But to come back on YouTube and then act like, we were trying to like save you from somebody who's very dangerous. Like, I mean, you were the one crying to me about the horrible stuff I saw him saying to you. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand what I did to her. except try to. I thought I was. I thought I was trying to help her. I'm sorry that I didn't, but I thought I was. She says I didn't help her. That's okay. That was my intentions. It's not my fault that she went back to Bill Shipley, who's being investigated for unaliving his ex-wife. And all his ex stepkids think that he fucking did it. And other family members. So, I mean, okay. You're gonna say something about me and Fred being weird? Okay. Um, yeah, your opinion is definitely void. So please. I'm not the one going around talking about bad about you or any of these people. I never said anything bad about her. I don't understand. You see what happens? But I know that's probably how that one went down. Once Bill got out of prison or wherever he's at. Oh, Siggy made me do it. So Siggy's fault. Hey, Judy. I don't understand that. You know what I mean? Except the fact that it helps her in her relationship, I guess. But all she's going to be is in the same position, if not unalive, like in the future. She knows that man's dangerous. Like, very. And people can say what they want, like, about Fred, but he doesn't have that background. He does not have a freaking dangerous background. Now they'll say, "Oh, well, he shot in a house." No, there was no kids in that house. They were on the in a different location. One was at school, and the other one was in a different freaking like building on the property. Anyways, still, not that it was okay. I'm not saying any of that, but anyways, let's probably just stay on this side. It's nice and cool over here. Yeah, lip lock's funny. Oh my gosh, that whole video you did with about Jody Sue, like doing that whole like it's like 5 minutes. I don't know. It's a short video, 5 minutes. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. You say everything that all of us are thinking. You know what I mean? Because I didn't understand any of it. I'm like, what are you even getting at? All right, Jam, you're wow. Is it? Aw, dang, it's 2:12 here, but Fred should be, I would think, done pretty soon. He was already about to pee himself when he got here, so. Thank you, Sue. All I, you know, I say thank you, but like, and I think I just am, thank you for actually like using common sense. I think a lot of people just haven't, either they just don't like me or they don't like Fred because they just, for whatever reason, or they don't know, they haven't been paying attention to everything, and they like I thought Fred was like a horrible person at first because, for one, I kept getting him confused with Frank Light. So I've never been so surprised by somebody in my life. Like, wow, okay, you're not scary at all. Like, actually, quite the opposite. What is going on here? So, I do want to comment. I saw that also they put up, I don't know if I should even comment that because that's just gonna. I mean, I'm sorry, I'm just pointing out the obvious, but I really like how they just decided to post John Smith's like his obituary, that not even the full one, where it shows all his people connected to him. Oh, his number one best friend. Who's it say? Just like Fred said, Ed Redmond. Once again, something that Fred's saying is correct. How much more freaking evidence do you guys need that he's being honest? Go look at the obituary. Pull up John Smith's obituary, not the one that's posted here on YouTube. The one that states his best buddies. Exactly like Fred said. Ed Redmond. Huh. Yeah. So, nobody said anything about us. It was Andy that put out him saying that he was the one that, it's something about Jackie Dobbs went down there to help with Jackie Dobbs' situation. He's the one that brought all that shit up. Anyways, all that shit does is make you talk about them more. Like when they, stop talking about me, or this put out all this statement and like try to like intimidate you and stuff. All it does is like make you talk more because you're like, oh my god, did you see that fucking train wreck last night? Then it just keeps you talking about it. Sassy ass thinks she's the next Nancy Drew. Yeah, I heard that her freaking husband's a raging drunk. Like, come on now. Go handle your shit, dude. I've never said anything about that bitch. I've never had any of these people. But they're attacking me like I'm their worst enemy. It's like I'm sorry. Like, I don't know what they want me to do. I don't say anything about them. All I can do is tell the truth to the best of my ability. I'm not going to sit here and change like what I know to be the truth for you. The only one that seems to change the truth is Andy Bernard. Oh, I think I was driving this. I think. Oh, I don't know. Okay, yeah. Anyways, let's change the topic. I don't mind to freaking. I would ask. I don't know. Maybe we should all start pressuring TBI to give us some answers, and then we won't have to look suspiciously at others. Buffalo Chairman Jody Sue Brown accused YouTubers of being responsible for John Smith's death. I know, right? And oh my gosh, Liplock, I wish you would have freaking been there with me when Fred heard that John Smith passed. And the very first thing that he said, he's like, well, he goes, just wait, they're gonna blame that on YouTube. Then she ended up blaming on YouTube and Fred, from what I hear. So I hear John Smith is a nice guy. Yeah. It says Sassy, who's never met him, Like, none of us have met him for it. I mean, oh, he's a nice guy, but I've never talked to anybody around the area except Andy Bernard. He's a nice guy because Andy Bernard says so. Well, I haven't put much. That's fine. You can think he's a nice guy. But the whole family knows why he had to retire when he did. So you can live in your little dreamland. But, and also, how about you look into the way he treated his disabled son? And the fact he married his first cousin and had a child with the woman. Knowingly married his first cousin, had a child who was, and then same thing with Andy's best friend who passed away, Chad Light. He also was a product of two first cousins. Yeah, the guy Andy went to do drugs with, that Jody Sue says. Which, Jody Sue, the guy is a very, very much like a hermit. He's a recluse. He doesn't get out. He's, like Fred said, I've never known him to have anything but a landline. He doesn't go on internet and stuff. Yeah, letting your minor children be seen on YouTube. And then from what I heard, like, she posted pictures of her kids or some kind of sexy prom pictures or whatever, and then has the audacity to say something about my daughter being in a sports bra in the comfort of her home. You've got to be kidding. And I accidentally show her. I didn't post her like you did your kids. I mean, come on. How exploitive can you be? I mean, this is just stuff that I've heard from people because I don't care enough. I don't pay attention to these people enough. Like, that's just stuff that people have said to me. They're like, how does she say anything about your daughter when she posted pics of like very, like, I guess seductive looking pics of her daughter? I don't know, where her boobs show something in some kind of dress. No, he's never said anything bad about John, except, I mean, recently when asked, like, yeah, it's the truth. Like, I'm sorry, that's the truth. Like, what the family heard about John and his job. I mean, but nothing was ever keeping it in the fam. Yeah. Hey, half full. The Whitakers from Virginia. Yeah, it's just selfish to have a child. Like, if you're gonna be with your first cousin, like, which is obviously disgusting enough. Why would you, if you're just so in love, you're gonna be, why would you go have a child that you know is gonna have problems, even if it doesn't have any disabilities, like physical? Think of how, like, embarrassing that's going to be for the child. And plus, think about the possible complications, like with any children they might have. But and they're the same ones that wanted to castrate their son, or whatever it's called, so that he couldn't get aroused. So he wouldn't, I don't want to be descriptive, but anyways. So you decide for yourself if that's a decent thing to do to a human being. Right. I need to watch. Hey, Andy, I need to watch behind me. I can see Fred just coming up behind me, and, like, he should be. I'm surprised he's not out here yet. Should be any time now. Oh, the Whitakers. Yeah, I watched the Whitakers too. Yeah, yeah, the critical bullshit is like just unreal. Like, I haven't said anything. I don't know why these girls, and I don't even know who Skilo is. Like, you know what I mean? I barely know who Adrian is from Sassy. Like, I mean, I know of her, but, and I've seen her, but I've never really talked to her. Never really talked much about her, so. They can't tell me they haven't freaking seen any red flags about Andy and just and completely ignored them just because their pride's getting in the way and they don't want to admit being wrong, and they wanted their first intentions was to hurt Jody Sue. But see, I don't think you understand, like, because in a way, Jody Sue and Andy kind of working together, seems like. So I wouldn't trust that. I'm gonna be tired walking by the time. I tell them to wait till 2:15. It's 2:25. So, and we're only like 0.4 miles from home, but he doesn't know how to even really do GPS. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, people don't understand. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Well, all the ones that couldn't stand being picked out and focused on are now circle jerks. They hated, like, they are the ones that for some reason have no backbone and couldn't, like, stick up for themselves and had to leave as a group and can't ever have an opinion on their own. And anyways, I was going somewhere with that. Oh, they're the same ones that were in my chat that stopped just kind of cutting me around because they were afraid of being picked out. Where's Frederick? Where you be? Let me check my text. Oh my gosh, Gavel Geeks is such a know-it-all. Like, I liked her. I really did like her at first. Like, I really did. What's funny is the very first time that I met her, I'm not even joking, guys. She had said something about me, or there was a rumor that she had said something about me, and we had just, like, dealt with that. And I'm not even joking. The very first time I met her, she came to me bawling. Like, I was like, okay. And we were at Summer's event, and she was bawling because of, like, acting like she was so sorry. I'm like, what the fuck? But yet you're gonna be like this, but now you're like, it just doesn't make sense. It was just, but yeah, like, see, I noticed that when I would be up on a panel with her and stuff, you couldn't go against anything that she said or have a different opinion because she'd sit there and argue with you. And I just couldn't I was just like, man, she is a fucking, I can't take a know-it-all. Well, he's going to start, it's probably going to drive him crazy. What's happened is he started talking to all these people from YouTube, and now they're going to be messaging him 24/7 whenever, anytime anything's being said about him. And it's going to get him upset. And, it's just going to drive him crazy. He has, out of sight, out of mind. You have to just, like, the world continues. If you're not guilty of anything, then there's nothing to freaking worry about. Gavel is fake as Gypsy Rose. Mm-hmm. This appointment was supposed to take 15 minutes. Must have been a busy day. Maybe they were just getting back from lunch or something. I don't know. I wish there was a bench or something. I wonder if I could. There's free Wi-Fi here. I don't know. Shelby County Public. Yep. Let's message Fred. Let's see if he'll message back. Probably not. Oh, wait, that's not. I continue to like devil gigs even after I saw through Sassy However, some point time passed. I began to see how much. Yeah, I noticed. I didn't like. I never liked the little bit I had seen of Adrian. I never liked her because she was just always so like. I don't know. She's one of those. She's definitely like I could just feel she's just not a. She's kind of a. I don't know. I just don't. She's bitchy. We'll just say that, and just hateful. Automat, like for no reason. Right? Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Speaking of alcohol consumption, saying that, trying to say that me and that's something that Kelly was trying to say. I'm like, you're kidding, right? Like, for one, Fred's in here probably right now getting a drug screen. You think with the 5 million times that YouTube has sent CPS to my house, that something would have been done if that were actually true. Like, how many times do you losers have to send CPS to my house and waste their time and just nothing happen, nothing come of it before you start to realize maybe you're fucking wrong. Maybe I'm not using so bad, want to just prove something so like that just doesn't exist. I know. I don't like to say hate either. Hey, Penny Monroe. Jeez. Let me see. Actually, I probably better grab my other phone just to see if he. We'll do one more.
Hey, ma'am.
Yeah.
Is this the health department?
No, this is the. Well, I don't know if it is or not because I'm just waiting for somebody on probation. It does say County Department of Health. It does say that right there. So, and it, yeah, Selby County Health Department right there. So, yeah. I've never been in there, but I guess I don't think I can get in there, or I don't think I am allowed to go in there. Man, I'm gonna be exhausted of walking by the time he gets out here. Yeah, I was watching Lilani Simon a little bit. I tried to watch Sarah Boone, but when I clicked on it, it said that they were at lunch. I guess we'll do one more. I don't know. I might end up just walking home and then driving back. Am I really about 10 minutes from you? That's crazy. Well, I'm right at the probation department. Wave and honk. I don't know. I don't know how much longer I'll be here, but it feels way good on this side. It's like 10 degrees cooler on this side in the shade. It feels really nice. Why Lulu should be found guilty. Oh, yeah. Lilani's not getting out of that. That's why it's really, I see pointless. That's why I told Fred when I started watching, I'm like, I don't even know why I'm watching this. She's just going to be found guilty. Anyways, like, she's not getting out of that shit. Now, they didn't find his body, but they found DNA, right? No, there's actually not. Not in front of this building, but there might. There's just slopes, like, for wheelchair ramps, so. in my Coke, my Diet Coke I got before walk to the gas station is now, I don't know, part of his skull and arm bones. That's true. That is right. Yeah, that is good. That you could see too. Like, okay, what are they maybe doing here in the Summer Wells case? You know, I can't believe that they could go to find his DNA in that huge landfill. Well, I mean, I guess they would know where they know like the area everything's dumped. I'm guessing, but they could find that, but they still can't find Summer Wells. I can't find anything on. Let me see if I could text Fred. I don't know which. His phone has been messed up. I was just trying to in my opinion, if the sheriff's department had handled Summer's case. Ugh. Well, I know that everybody's frustrated, but about that case, and I know Andy is too. But doesn't he think we are as well? Like, me stopping talking about Andy is not going to stop anything. If he thinks that's going to keep secrets from being uncovered, I don't know. I'm sure that they never imagined this. It's very interesting. Me and Fred were talking about again how today we were talking about how Dawn was asking Fred within 24 hours if he had seen Andy Bernard on the road. WTF? That's odd, don't you guys think? Why would Dawn and start asking Fred too these weird like, oh, do you know how to look up on the dark web to see who's like involved in sex trafficking, or if he was like asking these weird questions about, and Fred's like, I don't fucking know. Why don't you talk to TBI? Same thing he said to Dawn. And then he started asking him questions like, first question, his main thing was asking if he saw Andy on the road, which is so weird. Wonder why he was so concerned with Andy being seen. Luke Vance, also from Roger, still missing. How long's he been missing? Hey, Juniper. Jeez. This is crazy. I can't believe how long this has taken. There he is. There you are. Is everything okay? I'm live. Okay. What took so freaking long? Hold on. Let me see here. They give you a urine screen? They didn't? What the fudge. That's crazy. When are you supposed to be? Well, don't say on here. Okay, guys, I was just asking him his next appointment and stuff. Which, huh? You were right there? I know. I was figuring that you could see me. I was texting you. I was hoping you would text me and tell me like something. Oh, yeah. That's all they had you do is go over paperwork. Yeah. Jeez. Dang, you haven't. I mean, yeah. Do you think I could tell them that or not about what they're having you do, or huh? About just your reporting and stuff? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So you got that pen and everything? Okay. Oh, for your appointment? For your appointment? So basically, he just has to call in. Um, and it's just like a call-in thing uh, where he'll call, and I guess it's every day. Like, so this is every day for how long do they do that? Like with the urine screen thing. So every day calling in just to see if you have a urine screen, like, and then if it tells you to report, then you have to report for urine screen. Do you report right there? Okay. Okay. That's cool. So yeah, he just has to. Today was a bunch of signing paperwork, he said, and there was no urine screen, surprisingly. Were you able to use the bathroom though? When you still haven't used the bathroom? Are you kidding me? They didn't have a bathroom you could use? You were telling me you're about to pee yourself an hour ago. Come on, stand it though. So he just has to call in, like, and then they give him a PIN number that he has to put in, and it tells him whether or not he has to come in for a drug screen. And his appointments too are all like, he just has to check in. Like, you have to check in here. You have to come in to check in, or you just call. Once a month. Once a month, or on in the, once a month. There's a set day every month that he has to come in, or that he has to call. Yeah. Yeah. They just ask you if. So yeah, it's just for now. Oh yeah. Okay, well, that's easy enough. So we just have to remember what time do you have to call every day for the urine screen? Okay. You have to start that tomorrow? Huh? Okay. All right. For some reason, so anyways, guys, yeah, I don't know where PG came from, and I don't know why I don't know. Did she have Andy on her panel last night? Was that what's going on? I didn't watch. Like or was it just a message? She shared a message or something. Was he on her panel, or she just talk about it? Stinks like poop over here, though. Ew. Old and crusty, 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 musty, and dusty. Crusty, musty, and dusty. Oh yeah, we'll set an alarm. Somebody was calling 800 number. He wasn't on there. Oh, okay. She was just talking about it. Well, I didn't know what was going on. Ah, shit. Clickbait channel. Oh, hey. I don't know what made me think of this when you said clickbait, but uh, I'm supposed to be on Matthew Silly AF tonight to just do like, I think it's supposed to be just like a fun live. It's 8 p.m. Eastern time is the set time. Yeah. So he'll just ask me a bunch of probably really silly questions. PG's on my do not recommend. Phew. Got a big whiff of cat pee. Yeah, so 8 p.m. Eastern. So the reason why it got changed and stuff is he had some stuff going on. So that's what John Smith's van looked like. I don't know if you guys saw that. I can't tell. It's on camera. It's hard to see. Right? Well, what's the purpose of watching unless you're just watching for entertain? You know, I mean, like she can be funny, I guess, at times, but sometimes it's just. But yeah, if you want any type of to talk about anything that's actually like productive, I mean, I wouldn't go there. It's just entertainment, I guess. If you can listen and not let it cloud your freaking brain. Hey, TJ. Bandit, he's such a good little guy. He just is my buddy. Seriously, I've never had a. I was just telling Fred I've never had a. I mean, Athena is I'm pretty close to too, but Bandit just. He's supposed to be mine, I guess. He was originally for Caitlin. Does Fred keep in touch with TBI or FBI content? He said he found a burn pit with dog bones and other unidentified bones at the park, right? He said he didn't know if TBI checked it out. Huh? A burn pit that he found.
Me?
Yeah, at a park. No.
Oh,
Well, you're talking about David Bay, like David Bay's property. That was, yeah, that was turned in. But as far as TBI and FBI contacting him, no, they don't.
They don't contact you back and let you know.
Yeah, they don't, and they don't. They're not going to contact you back unless. But yeah, no, like once they have they ever came out? The only time they ever really came out to you was at the very beginning, right? Like, yeah, no, they don't reach out to him. I mean, there's really, yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, but yeah, they don't reach back out to you and be like, oh yeah, that was this or that, you know. But yeah, those bones were called in, and we don't know what was exactly came of them, except the fact that they did come out there and take it seriously. They were there for like 24 hours. They taped it off and everything, and collected some of the bones that were in this like area. They were crushed bones, and it was hard to really make out what kind they were, except there was like a mandible or something. Like it looked like to me, it could. I thought like that. It had like the teeth looked kind of like human, but they were bigger. So those ones. So I figured that was probably like deer bone after looking pictures up, but I don't. But that my worry was like, did somebody smash up, animal bones with human bones to try to, because it was weird how they were burned. It didn't make sense really.
And just like where they were burnt at, John Smith could see it from his desk, you know.
Yeah.
Within 150 foot of his
Another garage fire. Gosh, there's a bunch of garage bandits. Are you serious? Oh, I don't know why my head's like. I feel real like. I felt like really like nauseous lately. I didn't pay attention. I just walked out there. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna go because we're about back already, and I have a couple things I have to do when I get back. But yeah, check me out. Check us out on Matthew tonight, or me out on Matthew tonight. That's crazy. Wow. Insane. All right, guys, I'm going to go. I got to get